Tide Talk Web is back. What's going on, y'all? Sorry, it's been a crazy week at work, and I did not have time to record anything earlier. Anyway, just a quick recap or breakdown, let's say, of Alabama football against LSU this week. It's not going to be easy. I don't care what anybody says. We know Brian Kelly got fired. We know that they're struggling on offense. We know that they're coming to Tuscaloosa, which is in our advantage. You could throw all the records out. You can put the interim coach in there. It doesn't matter. Both teams come to play, and it's like the Iron Bowl. It doesn't matter. This is one of the key rivalries. They're going to be ready to rock. It doesn't matter. Got to be in our A game. Some cool stats and things. LSU is ranked 12th nationally in defense. Like they're really good. They give up 5 yards per play allowed. They're top 5 in the defensive front. They are top 5 in the defensive front. So whether they're 4 to 5 down linemen, they're going to get pressure. So that's something we really got to work on our offensive line. That's something that Formby and Carroll and Brailsford, we got to be on our game. Because we're not right now in the season, we're not a great rushing team. But Ryan Grubbs has got to find a way to help that line maneuver around and give sense of time. He's got to have like 2.5 seconds, 2.8, somewhere in there. I mean, we got to give him time, so that's very crucial. I do think in this game we're going to have to run the ball. They're 36 nationally in yards per game they give up. It's 325.9. Now, this is the other stat that they struggle on. LSU struggles on offense. They're 121st in points per game. They get about 27. They're 110th in scoring. They're 107th in rushing. They're 94th in red zone touchdown rate. So the biggest matchup everybody sees there is going to be our offense against their defense. That's one of the biggest matchups, and I think that it all comes down to that offensive line of Bama's. Can we hold that defensive line? Now, don't get me wrong. LSU does have some playmakers. They got some really great skill guys. They have a really good quarterback in Nussmeier. So our work is set out for us. It's not going to be easy. Like I said, I think Bama can win because I'm going to put on the crimson colored glasses. I honestly think the game's going to come down to, like I said, our offense versus their defense, and especially their defensive front. Now, they do have fast guys in the defensive backfield as well, but that's kind of where the key matchup is, and to me is about no mistakes and giving timing. I think that's the biggest area. And like I said, I just gave you all the stats. They're not a slouch on defense. They're not a pushover. They're top 10 in the country. Similar fashion to Auburn. Great defense, struggling offense. But like the Iron Bowl, you can throw records out. Like LSU, throw the records out. When Bama and LSU play, it doesn't matter. Now they're coming to our place at Bryant-Denny, so that will help. We'll have the crowd and these things. Like I said, I still think it's going to be could be a close one. So if I'm predicting it's 28-21 Bama. That's what I'm kind of predicting. I'm excited about the game. It's on Saturday night. I live in the middle of nowhere, way up north near the Canadian border right now. So for me, the time is like 5:30. I know most of the country it's about 7:30 or so. Really excited about it. Still a rivalry game. We shouldn't look past this game. They're not easy. They always come to play. Whether we go to Baton Rouge or they come down to Tuscaloosa, it's a tough game. But like I said, I think Bama can win. Like I said, not going to go over the matchups again. But it's going to be a fun game. I'm going to do a twofer in this video. The second half, we're going to give our picks and predictions for who we think is going to win the top 25 in college football. Now, we still have an interesting one going on right now between number 19 USC and Northwestern. Like I said, it's 21-14 USC, sorry. Anything could happen. Like I said, so it's real in the balance right now. USC really hasn't pulled away. It's still very close. Next game of the day, Saturday, the first game of the day is number 2 Indiana versus Penn State. I think Indiana walks them. The over's 50. Honestly, I think Indiana probably scores 56. I mean, Penn State's in turmoil. They don't have a coach. I definitely see Indiana winning this probably let's say 56-17, Indiana. We got Georgia playing Mississippi State. Now, Mississippi State, we've said this before, they are a second half team. Mississippi State can give you fits. They are 1-4 in the conference, but they're 5-4 overall. They have a really good run game. That's something that Georgia's got to be worried about. I do think Georgia has more firepower. I think they've been here before. I'm going to say it's 38-20, Georgia. This is another big one. I think is a very interesting game. Another 10 o'clock game, ABC. We got BYU playing Texas Tech. You know, BYU is undefeated, still rolling through. They're going to love it to play Texas Tech. Now, I think Texas Tech is better. I think they have more weapons. They certainly spent about $30 million in the offseason in the portal, so they got more money. I think this game's a track meet. They got the total score being 51. They got Texas Tech, the spread, winning by 10. I think this is a track meet. I think there's going to be no defense in this game as a whole. I could see both teams scoring about 50 points. I do think Texas Tech has a little bit of an advantage. Don't count BYU out. They could upset. I definitely think Texas Tech wins this game. Let's say 58-46. You got Ohio State playing Purdue. I don't even know why we're predicting this one. Ohio State will win this at 48-10. We got Citadel playing Ole Miss. It's a military school. I don't even know why we're talking about it. It's going to be 62-10, Ole Miss. Another decent matchup here. Don't count Missouri out. They're number 22 in the country. They lost 2 games. They're 2-2 in the conference. They're playing undefeated number 3, Texas A&M. Right now, before these games are played this weekend, to me, Texas Tech's the best team and most complete team in the country. It pains me as a Bama fan saying that, but I'm just being honest. Like I said, Missouri can put up a fight. They don't have Bo Pribula. They got Zollers, but I don't know, man. I think A&M wins pretty big. Like I said, they're going to be in Missouri. It's a tough place to play. But still, I think Texas A&M wins this game 34-20. You know what? No, take that back. They win it 38-17. You got number 9 Oregon play number 20 Iowa. Iowa always puts up a good fight. They're in Iowa. Like I said, they're at Kinnick Stadium. Really good place to play, good environment. I do think Oregon has more firepower. They're both 4-1 in the Big Ten. I definitely think Oregon finds a way to win it. Let's say 32-21, Oregon. Syracuse is playing Miami. Miami's on life support. I ain't gonna lie to you. The old demons of Carson Beck is coming back and throwing picks, and he's giving up games. And poor guy's struggling. Good guy, he's just struggling. Like I said, I do think Miami wins this one, kind of without a fight. Probably. I keep going in the 30s. Let's go 28-21, Miami. Auburn is playing Vanderbilt. Like I said, Vanderbilt, they're holding on, trying to get a playoff spot. They're a very good team, offense and defense. They're going to be in Nashville, which helps. I really think Vanderbilt wins this game. I do say this. I think they struggle early on, first 2 quarters. I do think they win the game, and I think they win the game, let's say 40-21. And I'm being generous here because Auburn scored 3 points against Kentucky last week. So, 48-21 Vanderbilt. We got Washington playing Wisconsin. No contest. I think Washington wins this game 41-7. Washington. Wake Forest versus number 14 Virginia. Wake Forest, they're a scrappy team. They'll give them some fits and whatnot. I think Virginia wins. Let's say 41-31, Virginia. We got Cal playing Louisville. Louisville's on a streak. They're doing well. 4-1 in the conference. Playing Cal. Cal's struggling. I think Louisville and Miller Moss and the team, I think they beat them 41-21. Louisville. Said LSU Bama. We've already talked about that. We got Navy and Notre Dame. Navy's going to give them some fits. They won't win, but they'll give them some fits. I think Notre Dame wins this one 28-10. Anyway, that's all I got for Tide Talk Web. I'll do another video tomorrow night. Go Bama. Going to be a tough game. We got to root them on all 4 quarters. We got it. Roll Tide, and I'm out.